cabin. Quick! What do you think you're doing here?
Where's your paw, miss?
You better get those horses out of here.
Easy now, ma'am. Dalton here just asked you where your paw was.
Look, you better leave. Look, my brother's going to be coming back soon.
We didn't come here to leave. We come here to graze our horses.
Just like we always do. Every year about this time.
But this is our land.
Your name Wales?
No.
Well, our name is Wales. And this land belongs to us.
We own this land. This is Monroe land. My father staked it out years ago. We own clear to the creek.
Oh. You say your paw staked to the creek, huh?
He did.
Well, that could be, Dalton. The pretty lady just could be right.
Sure. But the only trouble is, well, the creek has changed its course.
What do you mean?
Well, creeks are like women. Changeable. Now, there's the old creek over there. See that clump of pines over there? Miss Pretty. Well, it wasn't too long ago that it was just busting at the seams with water. And all of a sudden, it just up and changed its mind. And it moved right over there. Now, that just might be where your paw staked to. But this, why, this is our land, ma'am.
So if it's all right with you, miss, we will just graze our horses on our... Let's go. When your brother comes back, tell him we was here, Dalton and Billy Dan Wales.
And, ma'am, when your brother comes back, tell him he'd better move out of this cabin real fast like. Because Pa ain't gonna take to no nesters squatting on his land.
And if we come back and find you still here, we're just gonna have to burn you down, ma'am.
All over again. Won't do any good if we have to move out.
Stop talking like that, little twin. Now, nobody's going to chase us off our own land. Get back to work.
Kath, what are those horses doing here? Quiet! Kath,
claim that this land is theirs, and that we have to leave.
Who?
The Whales.
Barney Wales?
They said their names were Dalton and Billy Dam.
They're his sons. They own the land the other side of the creek.
Well, they're claiming this side, too. They say that the creek changed its course. Now this land belongs to them.
We'll see about that. Twain, clean these for supper.
Who got him?
Jim,
Clay, they threatened to burn us down.
don't worry, Cap. If they come back, we'll be ready for them. Jim, let's get those horses out of here.
Hey! I'm Barney Wales, your neighbor. I come over to make friends. I brought a jug of cider. Give it to me. Can we go inside, sit down, drink together, and talk? You know, boy, you chased my horses off their grazing land. But I'm a man slow to anger. You give me a choice, I'd rather talk than shoot. Oh, boy, ain't we gonna go inside and talk?
All right, Mr. Wales, we'll talk.
Now, that opening over there looks nice and cool to me. Sit down. So, you're the new nester, huh? We don't have many of them around here. At least not for long. Seems like every time a nester builds a cabin, it just burns down.
Well, I plan to stay for some time, and I don't expect this cabin will burn down.
Well, trouble with them other nesters was they just didn't want to be neighborly. Here's to be a neighborly.
No.
Go ahead, it's good. Made it myself.
No thanks.
You see, Nestor, I rode over because I want to be friends. I want to be neighbors. But how can I be a friend and a neighbor to a fellow that's squatting right on my land?
We're not squatting on your land.
Now, I say, let that fella move. Get his own land. Then them two can be friends and neighbors living in cheerful harmony, like God meant men to do. Here's to cheerful harmony.
No.
Now, when you figure to move?
I ain't fixing to move.
Now, look, boy, I've been here for more years than you got on your shoulders.
My father staked this land.
There was a time out here when there were no big outfits like Mayboys, no nesters. Just me and God and the Indians. Drink this? I get into an argument with Mayboys. Why, he comes galloping up with 40 cowboys. I got him pushing me from one side. Now, you from the other.
We're not pushing you at all.
Mr. Wales, we only have a small piece of land, and we're trying to make a go of it.
Oh, sure, but I let you grab a little land.
Wait a minute. We're not grabbing any land. I cleared that up with Major McCoy, and I'll clear it up with you.
Sure, you cleared it up with me, boy. You went on his land, but you are on mine.
I filed a claim in Green River City that says this land belongs to me, and you can see it. Twin, go get it.
Look, boy, if I let you stay, before long there'll be who knows how many more nesters, each grabbing just a little piece of land. And, of course, it's got to be along the river. Then they build their fences. Next thing you know, my horses are cut off from the water. And that's the end of Barney Wales' fence right out of his own valley.
This paper proves our land belongs to us legally.
Look, a little piece of paper doesn't change the facts, boy. My land borders on the dry creek. Now, if you want to be hard-nosed about it, I'd consider paying a reasonable sum for land between the Dry Creek and New Creek. Say, 25 cents an acre?
Our land is not for sale.
Sure sorry you don't want to be neighborly, boy. I can see you're nice young folks, but... Well, I just can't afford to let you squat on my land.
Can't you understand we're not squatting?
They leaving today, Pa?
My son wants to know, are you leaving today?
No, we're not leaving today or any other day.
Did you, tell him about the Injuns, Pa?
No, I clean forgot. You know, you picked yourself a dangerous spot here, boy. This is an old Indian hunting ground. They don't like cabins or nesters.
It sure don't. Why, just last year, a nester built himself a cabin right upstream.
And you know what them Indians done one night? Shot 50 fire arrows into that nice cabin. By morning, everything was cinders.
I'll take care of any fire arrows. And I'll tell you something else. I'll take care of your horses, too. If you run them in here, I'll shoot them.
Oh, no, I'm sure sorry you said that, boy. Well, I come over here trying to be good neighbors. Now, you're talking of violence. It's a pity. It's a sorrow and a pity. Hey, miss. Chillin'? Boys?
Jim? Cat, come here. I want everything we got that'll hold water filled. If they come back and try to burn us out, I want to be ready for them.
Keep it up just as fast as you can. Pa wants it done proper.
Hey, Trent, take the north side. Let Trent take the south side. Jim, stay in the middle. Hey, look, I hit the roof.
I didn't know the rope! Here,
Ha! More goddamn fun than a barrel of monkeys.
Try and get the shed. There's hay in there.
Help! Jim! Over here, quick! It's burning! It's burning! Stay inside! Over here! Fire brigade!
Billy, Dan, help me put out the fire. We're eating supper. Let's get out of here.
They've gone. All of you, get inside the house. I'll stand the first guard.
Wait a minute, it's all right. It's Stephen Jackson.
Morning, Miss Kathy. Jim. Morning.
What's happened here?
The whales tried to burn us down last night. Or at least we think it was the whales.
Where's Clayt?
He rode off a few minutes ago looking for them.
Well, that wasn't very smart.
Now, they ain't somebody a fella takes out on by himself.
We tried to tell him, but you know how stubborn Clayt is once he makes up his mind.
You better go catch up with him, Rule.
Now, he ain't gonna listen to me, slave. And we ain't exactly the best of friends.
Well, I can't go. The Major's expecting me over to East Camp. Now, you go on and get him.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson.
I'd appreciate it if you start calling me Rule, Miss Kathleen.
Go on, Rule. You're wasting time. You see any of our cattle left that way, bring them back.
What are you doing here, Rule?
Looking for you?
Why?
Well, Slade me was out gathering cattle. We rode up to your place. We saw what happened.
Well, what do you want with me?
Well, why don't you listen to reason and come back with me?
I'll come back when I finish what I set out to do.
Oh, look, I've had a little more experience with the whales than you have. And if you know what's good for you, you'll turn around and head back.
I'll handle my troubles the way I see fit. I don't need your help.
Now, if you won't come back with me, I'll just have to go with you.
Made boy beef over our deadline. Where's Paul?
In Paradox, with the wagon to get some supplies.
Well, come on, shake a leg. Paul's gonna be mighty mad if we don't get a couple of steers for butchering. Hey, Dalton, you taking Paul's horse?
Why not?
Ooh, he'll skin you alive.
He won't never know. Unless you tell him.
Now, Dalton, you know me better than that. Since when did I ever tell Paul anything we didn't want him to know? Why, I can be as quiet as Sister Lorna when I want to be.
I can read your face like a book. And so can Pa. You gotta learn to keep a straight face, Billy Dan.
Well, I've been trying right along.
Let's go get them steers.
Hey, look! Some of our cattle.
How do you know they don't belong to the whales?
The whales run horses, not cattle. And I gotta get them off this land. Run for cover!
I think I hit one of them. That'll teach them to trespass. You almost busted your head.
Head blame. Badger hole. That's what did it. Broken.
Ooh-wee! Is Pa gonna be pleased with you?
Can I help it?
You better make up your mind to leave the country, Brother Dalton.
Go get them Mayport men and bring them back.
One of them look like that Nestor Monroe.
So much the better. You chase them down.
Get! About that horse. You know what you gotta do.
I know. Pa ain't gonna blame me.
That bullet's still in there. It's gotta come out. Right on. Fine sleeve. Have him bring that old Wrangler Cyrus with him. He knows something about doctoring. Wait here.
I'm not gonna leave you here. They might find you. Come on, you gotta try and come with me.
Now, go on. I can't ride.
Ain't nobody going any places. Ain't too often we have visitors. But you sure are gonna get a big welcome from Paul.
All right, boys. Unload the wagon. Everything goes in the house except the salt blocks. They go in the shed.
Shed's kind of crowded right now, Paul.
Almost filled to the brim.
You two tomcats look like you swallowed a mouse. What you got in the shed?
Come and take a peek.
I ain't in the mood for guessing.
Your mood's gonna change for the better, Paul, when you see what we caught.
Don't reckon you two will ever change. Either one of you. Yes, playing games just like you when you was children. All right, come on. Let's see what you got in the shed.
Recognize him, Paul?
What are they doing here?
Caught 'em. Crossing our deadline.
We weren't doing anything wrong. You got no right to keep us tied up like this.
They was doing more than trespassing, Paul.
Yeah, all we was doing was just chase some of our cattle off your land.
You're one of the Mayport bunch.
That's right.
What happened to your arm?
One of your boys shot me.
You're liable to kill somebody yet. They crossed our deadline accidentally and didn't take none of our stock. Maybe you don't have a right to tie them up.
But Paul...
You don't know the worst of it, Paul. The Nester killed the horse you had such a fancy to.
What?
That's a lie.
I was letting him graze down in the meadow. They tried to steal him, but when we caught them, this Nester here shot him.
He shot my horse?
They're both as guilty as sin.
No, Dalton, that's a lie.
Remember what Monroe said about shooting your horses?
You shot my horse. You know what that animal cost me in Cheyenne? $1,200. And you shot him?
It's a lie, Wales.
Hey, shut up. I'll drill a hole in your other arm.
I never shot your horse.
You think I take your word against my sons? They don't lie to their pa.
They're lying to you now.
Tell them what we do to horse thieves, Paul.
We hang them, like the law says.
Both of them, Paul?
Didn't you say they were both trying to steal my horse?
That's what they were doing, right enough.
And they'll both hang.
But you're a fair man, Wales.
I am fair. Is that the way Maypoy deals with horse thieves?
No. Not until he knows for sure they're guilty.
There's got to be a way to prove the truth.
I've got all the truth I need. My son's word. It's as good as gold. On second thought, Master, I might just give you a chance to save your neck. Tell you what I'll do. I'll forget about the horse if you'll just sign a little paper.
What paper?
That you promise to get off that land of mine that you're squatting on. Now, you just make up your mind, boy. You only got till sunup.
Crate should have been back a long time ago.
I'm worried for Clay.
Well, why don't you ride over to the wells and see if you can find him?
They'd say stay here.
I know. But we'll be all right. Please go.
somebody up, they don't fool around, do they? You all right?
Yeah.
The least that old man could do is patch up your arm.
Why bother? He's gonna hang us anyway.
If there were just some way I could make him believe the truth about that horse.
He won't believe anybody except for those two logins he calls his sons.
I ain't through yet, Lorna. What you in such a hurry for?
Why don't you leave her alone, Dalton?
She's just fidgety. She don't like the idea of having them prisoners tied up out in the shed. You really gonna hang them fellers in the morning, Pa?
That's what he said. You know Pa ain't likely to go back on his word. A man does wrong, he's got to be punished. Gotta let the nester go if he'd clear out.
Tonight'd be a good time to burn his cabin down, Pa. He sure ain't gonna be there to shoot at us.
Well, that engine would be there.
No, there'll be no fire arrows tonight. I've been thinking. That's a good cabin. Maybe we ought to keep it for ourselves. Never know when one of you boys will up and get married. You could use a place like that for your own.
I ain't getting married, Pa.
Me neither.
Well, it's about time you give it some thought and start looking for a woman. You're old enough. I was married to your ma when I was 17.
Monroe gal's awful pretty.
And she ain't shy neither. She has got plenty of spunk.
Yeah, she's pretty, all right, but I might too spunky. Better to marry a shy girl.
Like Lorna?
Yeah, like Lorna.
That's too shy for me, Pa. I ain't heard her say a word for over a year.
You shut up! Things might have been different with her if your ma lives. Now show her some consideration. She's your sister. You boys are done eating. I got a little trip for you to make.
Where to, Pa?
Why don't you go down and get the nester's sister? Bring her up here.
What for?
Just get on down there and do like I say. Lorna, come here. Lorna, I promised you more. Lorna. Fix up a couple of plates. I'll take them out to them horse killers. Okay. Well, don't. Anybody can say Barney Wales don't treat his prisoners fair.
You call yourself fair? First you try to burn down my cabin, then you let him suffer with a bullet in his arm. That ain't fair.
You won't know the difference after tomorrow.
I just might die on you before you get the pleasure of putting a noose around my neck.
Now, that would be a disappointment. Feeling weak, huh? Let's see.
You know bullet wounds can fester. Poison his whole body.
Hey, that did make a pretty large hole. Takes a good bullet to do that. Pure lead. We'll make them ourselves. None of that store-bought kind for us. What's the matter, girl?
Yes, Paul.
Guard the prisoners. Somebody tried to sneak in here while you were gone.
Was it their engine?
Yeah, it could be. Gotta watch them every minute.
Yes, sir.
Evening, Miss Monroe.
Where's Clayt?
He's alive and well. Now, it's up to you to keep him that way.
Where is he?
I want to talk to you first before you talk to him. Billy Dan, take the children in the house out of the night air.
I'll take care of them myself, thank you.
Now, sit you down. You're a guest in my house, Miss Monroe. You do like I say. Lady of breeding doesn't question her elders. She knows to hold her tongue. Here, come on, hand her down. Oh, Billy Dan, tell Lorna to fetch the kids some milk and bed them down in her room. You're new in this country, Miss Monroe. In this country, we don't take our horse thieves to court. Court's too far away. Out here, a man hangs his own horse thief, even if he don't want it.
My brother is not a horse thief. And neither is Rule Jackson. You've made a terrible mistake.
Miss Monroe, I've decided to save your brother's neck. That is, if you can get him to change his mind about signing over that land of mine you're squatting on. You got an illegal claim, Miss Monroe. Now, I ain't going to be bothered with taking my case to some faraway court.
Our claim is legal.
No. It's your word against mine. And in this valley, my word is law.
Clayt would never sign.
That's what he says. Now, either you get him to change his mind, or you start picking flowers for his grave. Ladies accept a gentleman's attentions. Now, you learn that. You just might grow up to be a lady someday.
Clayt!
Why did you bring her here?
She wants to talk to you, boy. The rest of your family is in the house.
Are you all right?
He caught one of the bullets in his arm. Wales won't even tend to it.
What kind of a man are you?
Now, don't give me any of your sass, girl. Just tell your brother what he's got to do.
He wants you to sign over our land.
I figured that's why he sent for you.
Well, maybe you should.
Kath, we've already had that out. If he'll let you tend, rules are. I might consider it. What do you think, Wales?
Well, all right. Can't see no harm in that. All right, Miss Monroe, see what you can do for the cowpoke. Water and rags in the house. Lorna will fetch them for you.
Thank you, Miss Kathleen.
Does it feel any better?
Yes.
All right, Lorna, get in the house. Go to bed. Well, boy, you ready to sign now?
Will you let Rule go, too, if I do?
If I give you 1 inch, you want a mile. Now, I ain't going to give in no more, so just stop trying to push me.
You're pushing me, Wales. And your sons are pushing you. They've lied to you.
I've had just about enough of your tongue, Monroe. I told you before, nobody calls my sons liars. And you've done it for the last time. Now, tomorrow, when that sun comes up, I'm marching you and that horse-thieving friend of yours down to the hanging tree. I'm through trying to deal with you, boy. I've tried to deal fairly, but you have had your chance. Now, get in the house, girl. I said get in the house! What else? That's enough out of you!
But it's my brother they're planning to hang tomorrow. Please try to understand. My brothers and sister and I, we love him. Now, I'm going to go outside. I'm going to try to help him if I can. And I guess whether or not I succeed depends upon you.
Lighter sleep than you thought, little lady. And you sleep a mite too hard.
Give me the knife. Come on, give me the knife.
Give me the knife.
All right, miss. You just bought yourself a ticket to the hanging. Ain't a pretty sight. I want to spare you, but you're going to be there just the same. That is, if your brother's got to hang.
What do you mean?
Boy, I'm going to give you just one more chance to save your neck. You can get on your horse, ride out of here free as a bird. Take the young'uns with you, if you'll sign over the land.
No, Wales.
You got the brains of a mule, Monroe.
First, your life is more important than the land.
Is it?
Sister's talking sense, boy. You ought to listen to her.
Mr. Wales, would you let me have a few minutes alone with Late?
All right.
Late, do you realize what you're doing? He means what he says. He'll hang you.
Maybe you will.
Please. You've got to sign. If it means starting all over again, giving up our home, the land, it's worth it if you'll be alive. We'll be together, the five of us.
We worked hard for what we got, Kath. And that old man's got no right to take it away from us. If I give in to him, do you think I could ever be proud of myself?
How can we carry on without you?
You'd find a way. Just like we did when we lost Mom and Pa. It's part of being a Monroe. Kath, there's still you and the children. I can't sign anything that'd give away what little we got. Please try to understand. Kath, go back to the children. Try to make them understand.
let's go.
Paul, maybe we ought to hang the cowpoke first.
Shut up.
It's that sad look on the Nestor's face, Paul.
That's enough. Now get on with it. Paul, look. Dalton. Use him for cover. Billy Dan, use him.
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wales?
We're having a hanging. It's all the same to you.
What have these men done to you?
We didn't do anything, Major.
Sure, boy. I don't answer to you, mate boy. You crossed my deadline. I'm ordering you and your men to turn around and ride back.
Not until you release those men. I have a dozen guns ready to cut you down.
Before they do, there'll be 3 shots fired. They'll all be aimed at you. This my valley, Mayboy, belongs to me and my boys. If we can't control our own valley, we might as well die here and now.
You're a very foolish man, Mr. Wales.
And you're a very fancy man, Mr. Mayboy. But you don't know Barney Wales. While your mother was wiping your pretty little nose in pretty little England, I was here, fighting for this land, fighting Indians, raging blizzards, forest fires, droughts. I was here all alone, till them immigrants come and them big outfits like yours, pushing me back. I'm telling you something, mate boy. I've been pushed back as far as I'm gonna be. I've been pushed into this valley, and this valley is mine. And I ain't gonna be pushed 1 inch farther. Any man that comes into my valley, stealing and killing my horses, that man is gonna die.
Are you saying that these men stole some of your horses?
He killed one of the best horses I ever had. I'm giving you 3 seconds, mate boys. And if you ain't turned around and headed back, there are gonna be 3 shots, and they'll all be aimed at you. 1, 2. Don't bother, kill us all! You're a man now, Billy Dan. Stop acting like a coward.
Your son is hardly a coward, Mr. Wales. A coward would prefer to die rather than come face to face with the truth.
What are you talking about?
Are you sure that you know the truth, Mr. Wales?
Major, we didn't shoot his horse. His son's dead.
That's a lie.
Mr. Wales, I had a rifle. Your sons had pistols. Just go to the horse and dig that bullet out. You told me yours are homemade. Mine aren't. There's got to be a difference.
I shall be glad to accompany you, Mr. Wales. If Mr. Monroe is proved to be lying, you're free to carry out your punishment. But either way, a lot of lives could be saved, yours included.
Look at me, boy. Dalton, if you lied to me,
You'd take the Nestor's word against mine?
I don't want any more lies from you. Want the truth, boy? You tell me the truth and I'll beat you. You can't stand up.
I didn't mean for it to happen, Paul. We were chasing their steers off our land. Them 2 was trespassing. I took your horse so I could catch him faster. He broke a leg. I had to shoot him.
Get on your horse and ride to the shed.
Dick!
I've done you an injustice, boy, but I'll make it right.
I don't care what you do, Wales. I just want to get my family and get out of here.
We got a score to settle about my land. You're free to go, but But don't you ever set foot on my land again. Hey, boy, my sons may have lied to me. I taught them better. No doubt they learned how from men like you.
No, Mr. Wales. You and your sons tried to hang two innocent men. Now, wanton killing will never become the law of this land. I trust you will never make it necessary for me to prove that to you.
You taught my boys how to lie. You and the saddle bums that travel with you. Them stinking miners from the so-called town of Paradox. You people who think you're civilized, bringing corruption to my valley, to my sons. I warned that cowpoke of yours to stay off my land. Now I'm warning all of you. I got a deadline. First man that crosses it is dead. You hear me? You're spoilers! All of you kill your first man that...
Sister. All right. That cornstalk's gonna be mine. Just mine. And nobody else's.
Morning, Miss Kathleen.
Good afternoon. How's your arm?
Oh, just fine and dandy. Old Cyrus got the boat out all right. Hey, where's Clint?
Oh, he went down to the creek to check some trap lines.
Well, I was wondering if you'd like to ride out with me and find some cattle. The major's paying 50 cents a head for all we bring back.
Not on Will's property, I hope.
Well, if they are, I ain't going after them.
Good. Well, you'll find him down by the creek bank. He might want to join you.
All right. Nice seeing you again, Miss Kathleen.
Come again any time, Mr. Jackson. I know it's rule.
That's right. And don't you forget it.
Get out of there! Get out! Get out! Come on, get out!